Hey everybody, how we doing today? Back with my 33rd application review. Got quite a few apps for you guys in this one. One of them is going to be a paid application called Pajatzo. A rather undiscovered gem actually so far in the App Store. Very innovative application, haven't seen too many out there like that, so we're going to save that one till the end. But anyway, let's get actually, hold on. I got a new wallpaper actually, let's see this one. The little squirrel, whatever the heck it is from Ice Age. Anyway, so let's get this review started. Let's try and find some of the new apps somewhere hidden on my iPod. No, I got them somewhere. First app that I have for you guys was actually originally a paid application. It's now been reduced to a free application. I personally am not too big of a fan for it, but I know that there's a lot of drummers out there and musicians that do like these finger electric drum pad kind of applications. And this is a free one now, so you guys might want to go out and check it out. It's got quite a few options for you. You can click the settings to screw or whatever it is, axle up in the left top corner, and what this will have is sound effects. You can have different frames, there's a bunch of them. I just have mine set on forest because it's the least stupid looking one, and there's different drum numbers, so you can have all the pads out there just a certain amount, and once you're done you just click done. Now there's two different ways to change the set of drums that you're playing with. You can either use the arrows, maybe, there we go, takes a little bit I guess, or you can click the drumsticks, which will bring you into a list. I think the drumsticks is actually a very stupid idea because it's much easier just to scroll through. But anyway, we got, let's do just normal drums. We'll turn the volume up a little bit. And it's just very simple, very easy concept. All you do is you just tap onto any of the pads and it'll make the beat. So that's pretty much very self-explanatory. Got another one that's kind of fun to mess around with called Voices. So I don't know, that's kind of fun to mess around with. Anyway, that is called ThumbDrum, a temporarily, I believe, but it might be permanent, free application from the App Store. Might want to go check it out, especially if you're into that kind of application. If not, you might want to just leave it be. Anyway, next app that I have for you guys, I'm actually loving so far, very addictive application. It's one of those apps that's such simple gameplay, such an easy concept, but it's one you don't want to put down. Anyway, what it is, we've all seen these, it's like the helicopter games for the computers. It's very similar to Cube Runner. There's a lot of games out there like this. All it is you just use the accelerometer to tilt this little arrow down at the bottom to avoid hitting all the walls. Now, it seems like it's a very easy concept. That's because it is, and the only reason that I have it on my iPod still is because it has a leaderboard. And unlike a lot of these applications out there, it does have an online leaderboard that is constantly updated, which is why I keep it so I can see where I'm posted and where I'm ranked with others in the world. So, very simple. All you do is click play. And it starts off really easy, nice and easy, straight up the middle, but slowly it starts to get a little bit more jagged and rough and quicker turns and sharp turns and all that stuff. So you're just using the accelerometer to tilt right and left just to try and avoid touching any of the walls, but if I do touch the wall, then I die right there. It tells you your score, and it'll also tell you your high score, so it does keep it saved on your iPod. You can quit retry, and once you do this, you can click high scores down in the right bottom corner, and here's our global high scores board. There's all-time, last week, last 24 hours, last hour, and last 5 minutes. Sometimes they can take a little bit to update, actually, to be honest with you, and then sometimes also it won't even work for me. Even if I'm in full Wi-Fi signal, it just won't even want to load for me. Right now, we're going to try and check the all-time. The all-time high score is about 1,300, and I think mine is like 4,500, so I got quite a ways to go. Anyway, it's a really fun application to at least mess around with for a while, especially because it's free and it includes the online leaderboards. That's called Tunnel, a free app from the App Store. Next app that I have for you guys, having very mixed reactions about. There's really no objective to this. Well, there is an objective. Whoa. Sorry about that. There is an objective, but there's no prizes, there's no rewards, there's no really anything that happens once you do beat this. The only reason I have it is because these graphics are phenomenal. So what we are is we are this 3D tank in an open field. Looks like to be like a countryside almost, and we are just angling it and moving it to try and destroy other enemy tanks and sometimes enemy helicopters that come out of nowhere. But anyway, let's just try and blow up a building because I'm really not seeing too many. Oh, there's a helicopter that wants me dead. Building. Oh, wrong one. Where's the shoot square? Sorry, blow up a building. Over here on the right side is a little square radar map that'll be able to show you where other enemy tanks are, the White Houses, and I believe airplanes are. So as you guys see, it's kind of iffy gameplay. I mean, really, it's not too fast-paced, nothing fun happening here. But when I first picked it up, I wanted to mess around with it for a while just to see if anything would change, and nothing really did. But at least I want you guys to be able to go out and check it out also, because it is kind of a fun application to mess around with for a while. And since it's free, that's why I'm going to recommend for you guys to go check it out. It's not that great of an application. I don't see many people wanting to keep it on their iPods or iPhones, but at least trying to mess around with it for once or twice will definitely be worth the while. So that's called Tank, a free app from the App Store. Next app that I have for you, I do, for some odd reason, find myself playing it a lot. It's called Circle Challenge, and it is a free app from the App Store. It's a very, very simple concept, one of the simplest I've seen so far from any application. What you do is that you have this green, almost chalkboard-looking object, and your goal is to draw circles using your finger, and the more accurate a circle is to a real circle, the higher score you'll get. So you got a few options from the main menu. You have sound, which you can click on and off. You have instructions, which are very simple. You just draw circles. There's actually quite a few of them for some odd reason, because there's different bonuses and whatnot and power-ups that you seem to be able to achieve. You can do your high scores, which will show you your high scores. They are not online high scores. They're just preset defaults. And this is the leaderboards, and I barely snuck on to the 9th top, and it's gonna be pretty tough to get up to that 100,000 at the very #1 spot. I don't know how they wanted me to achieve it, but anyway, I said the same thing for Touch Grind, and I got up there. So it's a fun application. It's got the default high score set in, so you'll at least have a goal or an achievement that you can try and reach. But anyway, let's show you a little bit of gameplay. Just do run play, and we have a timer up here in the left top corner. And what you do is you simply just draw just by dragging, and try and make a circle. And the bigger the circle, the higher the score. So there's a iffy circle, I guess. And down at the bottom, once you draw a circle, it'll kind of give you like a number, and it'll kind of tell you what your circle was like, give it a name sometimes, mediocre, high score, great circle, I don't know. So there's some different ones, but anyway, at the top of our screen we have our scoreboard also. But as you guys see, it seems like it's just the easiest application ever, because it really is a very simple concept, but it's not an easy application at all. If you try and actually draw a circle perfectly with your finger, really not that easy. So I'm trying right now. I'm gonna do terrible. 8 seconds. Panic. Alright, anyway, that's called Circle Challenge, a free app from the App Store. I, for some reason, am addicted to it, it seems like sometimes. You guys might not feel the same way, so you should at least go out and check it out. It is a free application, so you're not going to lose or anything from it. But at least try it if you want to. If you like the application, it's fun to mess around with for a while. First time I downloaded it, I probably played it for 20 or 30 minutes just sitting down, because I just wanted to constantly beat my high score. And it's one of those things where you think it's such an easy thing to do and accomplish, and then when you actually sit down and try it, it's a lot more complicated than it looks. Anyway, that seems to be about all that I have for the free apps. Alright, now let's get to this favorite one that I've been looking at, called Pajatzo. It is a paid app from the App Store. It's a very different concept. I don't know why I said dimple. It's a very different concept. What we are is we're almost in like a coin slot machine. You see them sometimes in arcades, or I'm assuming in casinos. I've never really been in a casino. Anyway, there's three different ways for you to be able to throw coins. What we do is, from up in the right top corner, you'll be throwing different coins. And ways you can do it are you can nudge. You see a little coin just flicking out. That's nudging. You can shake. That'll throw a coin out. Or my favorite way, because it's the most accurate and the easiest to actually accomplish, would be just by flicking your finger across. By using this way, you can actually control the speed of your coin more easily, control the depth of it, height of it. There we go, we got the center one, 8. And what your object is to do is you're trying to empty all these slots. These numbers are these holes up here have different slots. These two end ones will throw out the little end slots, the one where my coin just went down. This one, next one, will be 3 coins will shoot down from these ones over on the sides. The next slots going in will be 4 coins coming in, and then the one that I just hit, the center one, will show 8. So right there, that was very lucky. I don't think I could do that again. Anyway, at the bottom of the screen we have our coins left. That shows you how many coins you can actually flick. And on the left side we have our payout, which is how many coins we've actually won so far. So go into settings in the left bottom corner, and you got quite a few settings. They're all explained on the bottom. I didn't understand them at first until I was smart enough to look down a little bit. It has all the different settings. What you can do is sound effects. Definitely recommend leaving it on. It gives a very realistic feel to the application. You can do pitch control, which I would also recommend leaving on, because pitch control basically allows you to control the launch pitch by tilting your iPod or iPhone. Gravity control, I would recommend trying it once or twice because it is kind of cool just to see it. Wouldn't recommend playing with it because what gravity control does is if you tilt forward, you can actually have your coin float in midair until you want it to go over something and then just drop it right down. Basically, if you're controlling gravity, just obvious as that. Full physics, I would never recommend to put on. Don't see why it's included in this application. What full physics is it's almost like gravity control, but actually we'll just show you right now. It also controls every coin down at the bottom. So let me see if I can do it. So all the coins just shoot out and you don't get any of them in a payout, and I don't know where they're supposed to go. So I do not recommend putting on nope, get back out of this. I did not want to reset stats. I always do that. Would not recommend putting on full physics. I'd leave that off. And marathon mode, what that does is that if you have it off, you get 50 coins to start off with, and if you have it on, you get 100 coins. So I think leaving it on is definitely a good idea. No harm there. So you can do flick some coins, lose some, and then at the bottom you also have new game, which will just easily just fade the new coins back into the gameplay. And then over on the right bottom corner we have statistics, which I just accidentally erased, which I hate doing. I've actually found myself doing it probably 2 or 3 times just because I'm a complete idiot and I always assume that this button up here would be back, but it's up in the right top corner where it says done. But that's one thing that I really wish they would have done, is that when I do push reset stats, I wish it would ask me to confirm, because just as easy at that, it just erased them again, which can be very annoying to me. But anyway, we got quite a few stats here. Very cool that they included all these. I didn't have to do this, but it's very cool because it's pretty much a bunch of different high scores or different statistics that you have obviously for you. You have your record for normal mode, marathon, coins used, payout, return percentage, misses, jackpots, double jackpots, average, normal, average on marathon, games started, games finished, unpaid money, and swipes. Whew. So yeah, there's quite a few statistics in here. You can always see which ones you're good in, which ones you're better at, which ones you need to improve in. So they added in that, and they didn't really need to, but it's a pretty cool feature that they did. So I'd recommend to go check it out, definitely. Not one of the best apps, probably not going to make it to the top paid, but it's definitely one that should not be without notice. It's a great application to play with for a while. You can always try and beat your high score, your top score. You're not going to see this on the top leaderboard because it's not one of the greatest apps out there, but I don't want it to go by unnoticed. It's a great application, definitely should be checked out. I would recommend this to all people because it's a fun application to mess around with for a while. And I guess it's pretty easy too, or I'm just really skilled at it. But anyway, I'm just messing with you guys. That's called Pajatzo. Paid out from the App Store. Not sure what the price is. If you want to check it, check right up here in the left top corner, or you can check over in the More Info section, because now I have decided to include in the More Info section the list of applications in the video you're viewing and also the prices for them. So that's all that I have for you guys right now today. I hope you guys enjoyed the 33rd application review. I will be back with the 34th, probably sometime later this week. Gotta find some new apps for you guys though. That's all I got for you guys now. Have a fantastic day, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.